One man who knows his football is Jörn Quitzau. He's a sports economist and a senior economist at the German lender Berenberg Bank. Welcome to the show. First of all, I didn't know there was such a thing as a sports economist.
Here I am.
What do you do exactly?
It's a discipline that is getting more and more popular. It's about sports combining with finance, with business, yeah.
And it is a big business.
It's a big business, yes.
How big a business is it?
In Germany, we just passed the 2 billion limit. The 18 clubs generated 2.1 billion euro last year.
And Dortmund is one of the successful clubs, both sporting and financially, but it wasn't always that way. I remember reporting time and again about Dortmund's financial woes. How did they manage to turn things around?
Yeah, they already had been very, very successful. They won the German championships, they won the Champions League, and they generated many revenues, but the team was getting more and more expensive. And as soon as the revenues go down a bit, you have a problem. There is a gap between revenues and expenses.
But it's the only publicly listed club in Germany. Was that a wise business move? Did that make business sense?
For Dortmund, it made sense, yes. Their IPO was about 130 million, so that they had a good revenue basis. Also,
doesn't it take the fun out of football when it becomes business about winning, buying the best players to win?
Yeah, it's an old problem for old school fans like me. It's a problem. I don't like it very much, but such is life. Yeah.
The stadiums are still full.
The stadiums are full, and everybody is enthusiastic about the Champions League final. I think it's just the old school fans like me and some others that don't like this way.
Tell me then, what makes the Bundesliga so successful as a business model?
Yeah. First of all, there's the licensing system, which makes the German club managers more cautious. They act more conservative. And there is an important point. We have a very balanced growth, which means there are 3 pillars: broadcasting rights, secondly, ticketing, and third, the sponsoring. And the Bundesliga is much better in this field. It's much more balanced than the other leagues.
And there's another thing that puts the Bundesliga apart from other leagues.
Yes, I would like to make the point of the 50+1 rule. In Germany, it is forbidden for external investors to get the majority of a club or the majority of the team, so that external investors, more or less, are not in the Bundesliga engaged.
What about England, Italy or Spain in comparison, their leagues?
The Premier League is a bit more successful than the Bundesliga. Out of the top 5 leagues, England, Germany, Spain, France, Italy, Germany is number 2, measured by revenues, measured by profitability. And the other leagues do, in fact, have problems. In Germany, we have 14 out of 18 clubs that are profitable. In Europe, 60% of all clubs are making losses.
And talking about successes or losses, the big question, who's going to win the Champions League?
I'm quite sure it will be Bayern München.
Quite sure?
Quite sure.
Okay.
You can't be sure.
You can't be sure. Mr. Quitzau, thank you very much for coming in.